I sat across from Claire in the small cafe where we had first become friends. My hand rested inside my jacket, touching the old silver bracelet she had given me years ago. "You've been quiet all morning," Claire said. "I've been trying to find the right words." "For what?" I looked at her and felt my courage disappear. "For something I've wanted to tell you for a long time." She lowered her cup. "Ethan, I already know." "Know what?" "That you love me." My heart stopped. I forced a smile. "Then maybe this will be easier." "No." She shook her head. "It won't." I slowly pulled the bracelet from my pocket and placed it on the table. "You gave me this on the day we became friends," I said. "I kept it because that day became one of the most important days of my life." Claire stared at it. "Ethan, I love you, Claire. I have loved you quietly for years. I don't expect you to answer immediately, but I couldn't keep pretending I felt nothing." She looked away. "I knew this day would come," she whispered. "Then please let me finish." "I can't." "Why?" "Because I can't love you the way you want." Her words hit harder than I expected. "Is there someone else?" "No." "Then why?" She looked directly into my eyes. "Because I never know what you're thinking. You disappear when things get serious. You hide things. You answer simple questions with half-truths. How am I supposed to build a life with someone I can't understand? There are reasons." "Then tell me." I froze. "Tell me the truth, Ethan." "I can't." "Not yet." Her expression changed. "Not yet. I need more time." "You always need more time." "Claire, please trust me." "I did trust you." "You still can." "No." Her voice became quiet. "I trusted the man I thought you were. Maybe I was wrong." "That isn't fair." "Then prove me wrong." I opened my mouth, but no words came. How could I tell her that every secret I kept was connected to her family? How could I tell her that I had been following Marcus Reed's financial trail for months? If I exposed everything now, Robert Bennett's company could collapse before I had enough proof to save it. Claire pushed the bracelet toward me. "Take it. I want you to keep it." I gave it to a friend. "I don't know who you are anymore." "Claire, I am sorry." She stood. I reached for her hand. "Please don't leave like this." She pulled away. "You had your chance to tell me the truth. I love you." She stopped for 1 second. Then she said, "Love isn't enough when there are secrets between two people." She walked out. I remained at the table, staring at the bracelet. For years, I had imagined confessing my love. I had imagined her smiling, maybe crying, maybe holding my hand. I had never imagined watching her leave. That evening, Ryan found me sitting alone in my apartment. "You look terrible," he said. "She rejected me." Ryan sat beside me. "I'm sorry." "I told her I loved her." And she already knew. That sounds like a good start. It wasn't. What happened? She asked me to tell her the truth. Ryan became serious. "And you didn't." I couldn't. "Ethan, how long are you going to keep doing this?" "As long as it takes." "To do what?" I pulled a folder from beneath the table and opened it. Ryan stared at the documents. "Marcus Reed?" "Yes." "What does Claire's trusted advisor have to do with you?" "He is stealing from the Bennett Company." Ryan went silent. "I've been tracking his transfers for months," I said. "Shell companies, hidden accounts, fake contracts. He's preparing to take control of Robert Bennett's company." "Does Claire know?" "No." "Does Robert know?" "Not yet." Ryan stared at me. "Then what are you planning?" "I need proof strong enough to destroy Marcus without destroying the Bennetts." "And Claire?" I looked at the bracelet in my hand. I wanted her to know I loved her. Ryan waited. "But now?" I closed the folder. "Now I don't care if she ever loves me back. Ethan, I'll still save her." I looked toward the window. She rejected my love because she never knew the truth. But I was never fighting for her love. I tightened my grip around the bracelet. I was fighting for her future. Ryan shook his head. "You'll protect someone who walked away from you?" "Yes." "Why?" "Because her choice doesn't change what I know." "What if she hates you?" "She can." "What if she never learns why you did this?" "Then I'll live with it." Ryan studied me. "You could tell her everything. Not while Marcus is watching. And if he finds out?" I moved faster. "You realize this could ruin your life, too?" "I already lost what I wanted tonight." Ryan looked at me. "Don't say that." "It's true." I picked up the bracelet and slipped it into my pocket. "But losing Claire doesn't mean I can stop protecting her." Ryan stood. "Then promise me one thing." "What?" Don't destroy yourself trying to save someone who doesn't know she's in danger. I nodded. Promise. But inside, I knew I was lying. Marcus had taken my dad from me once. I would not let him take Claire's future too. My father knew something was wrong before he died. Ryan stared at me across the kitchen table. You're saying he discovered the fraud? Yes. Why didn't you tell Claire? Because I didn't have enough proof. You've had months. I know. I opened the folder between us. 3 months before his death, Dad found suspicious transfers connected to Bennett Industries. Money was leaving through accounts that shouldn't have existed. Ryan frowned. And Marcus? Every trail eventually reached him. You're sure? I wouldn't be risking everything if I wasn't. I remembered the last night I saw my father alive. His face had been tired, but his voice was firm. Protect Claire, he had told me. Even if she hates you. I had asked him why. He only said, one day, you'll understand. The next morning, he was gone. Ryan lowered his eyes. Ethan, I'm sorry. I don't need sympathy. You're still grieving. I need answers. And you think Marcus has them? I think Marcus knows why my father was silenced. Ryan leaned back. Then why keep Claire in the dark? Because Marcus watches everything she does. You could warn her. I tried. What happened? I laughed bitterly. Marcus made me look jealous. Ryan's expression hardened. He told Claire I was trying to control her. When I warned her about strange payments, Marcus said I was afraid of losing her. When I questioned his business deals, he called me obsessed. And Claire believed him. She believed what she could see. Ryan shook his head. That's cruel. It's effective. My phone buzzed. Claire. I stared at her name. Ryan said, answer it. I know what she wants. Maybe she wants the truth. I answered. Hello. Come outside my office. Claire. Now, Ethan. 20 minutes later, I stood across from her outside Bennett Industries. She folded her arms. You need to stop. Stop what? Following me. Asking questions about my company. Talking to people behind my back. I've never followed you. Then why does everyone keep telling me you're investigating Marcus? Because I am. Why? Because something is wrong. With my company? Yes. She stared at me. You think I don't trust you? She said. I think you don't trust me. Her face tightened. Can you blame me? No. Then stop acting like you know what's best for me. I never said that. You don't have to. I wanted to tell her everything. I wanted to say that her father was in danger, that Marcus was building a trap around her family, and that my father's final warning had become the only thing keeping me moving. Instead, I said, please give me time. You always say that. Because I'm close. Close to what? I stayed silent. She stepped closer. That's exactly why I can't trust you. Claire, I'm trying to protect you. From what? From someone who wants your family destroyed. Marcus? Yes. She shook her head. You're still jealous. I don't care about Marcus and you. This isn't about him and me. Then what is it about? I couldn't answer. Her eyes filled with disappointment. You know what hurts most? What? I wanted to believe you. She turned away. Claire. She stopped. I'm not your enemy. She didn't look back. Then stop treating me like I am. She walked inside. I remained outside until the doors closed. That evening, I went home and opened an old box. Photographs of Claire covered the table. I held one for several seconds before striking a match. Sophia entered behind me. What are you doing? I dropped the photograph into the flame. Letting go. She stared at me. Of Claire. Of the hope that she'll ever love me. Sophia stepped closer. Are you giving up? I watched the picture burn. I'm giving up on making her love me. I looked at my sister. I'm not giving up on keeping her alive. Sophia's eyes softened. Ethan, you can't carry everyone alone. I can carry this. No, you're carrying your father's death, Claire's rejection, and Marcus's crimes. I'll carry them until they're finished. She sighed. You're becoming cold. Maybe cold is what survives. My phone suddenly buzzed. Unknown number. I opened the message. One photograph appeared. Marcus stood beside a stranger outside a private warehouse. Below it were 5 words. You're looking in the wrong place. Sophia saw my face change. What happened? I zoomed in. The stranger was holding a file marked with my father's name. I stood immediately. Someone knows. Who? I don't know. Ethan, what are you going to do? I grabbed my jacket. Find out who that man is. And if Marcus finds you, I looked at the photograph again. Then the game just became dangerous. I walked toward the door. Sophia called after me. Ethan, be careful. I stopped. I will. But I knew the truth. From that moment on, I wasn't only investigating Marcus. Someone was investigating me. I looked back at Sophia. If this person has Dad's file, they may know what he discovered. Then call the police. Not yet. Why? Because if they wanted me dead, they would not have sent a warning. Promise me you won't trust anyone. I won't. Not even Claire. I paused. I don't trust the people surrounding her. Then come home before sunrise. I'll try. Trying isn't enough. Tonight, it has to be. I wondered if my father's death had been the beginning, not the end. You lied to me. Claire's voice was cold when I opened my apartment door. I didn't lie. My father told me everything. I stared at her. What did he tell you? That your father stole money from Bennett Industries years ago. My chest tightened. Who told you that? Marcus showed me the records. Records can be forged. He also said you're trying to control the company. I stepped closer. Claire, listen to me. No, you listen. You've been investigating my family for months. Because someone is stealing from your family. You expect me to believe you without proof? No, I said. I expect you to survive long enough to see the proof yourself. She shook her head. You always speak in riddles. Because the truth isn't safe yet. Or because there is no truth. I felt anger rise inside me. You think my father was a thief? I don't know what to think. You should know him before judging him. I never knew him the way you did. He spent his life protecting your family. Marcus says the opposite. Of course he does. Why? Because he wants you to believe him. And why should I believe you? I had no answer that would not expose everything. She picked up her purse. I've made my decision. What decision? I'm accepting Marcus's partnership offer. My stomach dropped. Claire, don't. He says he can save the company. Marcus is the reason it needs saving. You can't keep accusing him without proof. I'll get proof. And until then, stay away from him. She looked at me sadly. I think you need to stay away from me. Claire, I'm sorry. She left. I closed the door and leaned against it. For several minutes, I couldn't move. I sat alone after she left, remembering how quickly her faith in me had vanished. I wanted to chase her, explain everything, and place my father's evidence in her hands. But I knew Marcus was waiting for that mistake. If I exposed the evidence too early, he could destroy the records and escape. I hated the choice, but I had made it long ago. I whispered, I'm sorry, Claire. Then I called Ryan. He answered, Tell me you have good news. I don't. What happened? She's with Marcus now. And you? I've decided to make him regret every lie he told her. Ryan arrived 20 minutes later. I spread the documents across my table. Look here, I said. These payments leave Bennett Industries and disappear into 3 companies. Who owns them? No direct owner. That sounds suspicious. It gets worse. I opened another file. All 3 companies were registered within 6 days of each other. Ryan frowned. And the money? It eventually reaches an offshore account. Can you trace it? I can try. We worked until midnight. Then Ryan pointed at the screen. Wait. What? That account received money from Marcus's private investment firm. I stared at the number. That is enough to connect him. Not enough for court. I know. We need the original transaction records. I have them. I reached for my father's locked folder. It wasn't there. I froze. Ryan. What? My father's files. They were here. I searched the drawer. Nothing. I checked the cabinet. Empty. My hands began shaking. Someone broke in. Ryan looked around. Nothing else is missing. My laptop is here. Cash. Untouched. Then what did they want? I stared at the empty drawer. My father's files. Ryan's face changed. Marcus. I don't know. You do. I looked toward the broken window. He knows I'm close. Ryan lowered his voice. What do those files contain? Everything my father discovered before he died. Then you need to leave. No. Ethan, this isn't a game. I know. Someone entered your home and took evidence. Exactly. I picked up my phone. Called Detective Miller. Ryan grabbed my arm. Wait. I looked at him. What? If Marcus knows about the files, he knows about you. I've known that for a while. No. You don't understand. Ryan pointed at the empty drawer. This wasn't theft. I know. It was a warning. I nodded slowly. That's why he left everything else. Ryan swallowed. He wanted you to know he can reach you. I looked at the dark hallway. For the first time, I felt something colder than fear. I felt certainty. Marcus had stopped hiding. And now neither would I. I opened my laptop and created a new folder. What's that? Ryan asked. The beginning. The beginning of what? His downfall. I typed Marcus Reed. Then I added every transaction, every company, every name. Ryan watched me. You're going after him alone? No. Then who? I looked at him. You. He sighed. I knew you were going to say that. I need someone I trust. You don't trust Claire. Not yet. And you trust me? With my life. Ryan nodded. Then let's finish this. I looked again at the empty drawer. My father had left me one warning. Protect Claire, even if she hates you. I had followed it long enough. Now I would protect her by forcing the truth into the light. The broken window changed everything. I stopped thinking about Claire's rejection. I stopped wondering whether she would ever love me again. My only thought was keeping her alive. I moved my father's remaining evidence into a secure storage unit before sunrise. Then I found something worse. Marcus had prepared documents forcing Robert Bennett to surrender controlling shares of the company. I called Ryan. Tell me you found something useful. I found something terrifying, I said. What? Marcus plans to take control of Bennett Industries. Ow! He's forcing Robert to sign away his shares. Then warn Claire. I will. I drove straight to the Bennett estate. Claire opened the door. What are you doing here? I need to speak with your father. You can't. Claire, please. You had your chance. I know. You chose secrets. I chose to protect you. That's what you always say. Because it's true. She stepped outside and closed the door behind her. Then tell me what you're protecting me from. I can't yet. Her eyes filled with anger. Then leave. Claire, Marcus is planning something. You're still blaming him. He's going after your father's company. You have no proof. I have enough to know you're in danger. You expect me to trust you after everything? I expect you to be careful. That's not the same thing. No, it isn't. Before I could say more, Marcus walked toward us. Well, this is interesting. I turned. Stay out of this. Marcus smiled. Claire, you see? He can't accept rejection. Don't talk about me like I'm not standing here. You've been obsessed with her for years. I clenched my fists. You have no idea what you're talking about. Marcus laughed. I know exactly what I'm talking about. You lost her, and now you're trying to control her family. Stop. Claire looked at me. Ethan, please. Marcus continued. He doesn't care about the company. He only wants access to you. I stepped toward him. You're lying. Then prove it. I nearly grabbed his collar. Ryan caught my arm. Ethan, don't. I breathed heavily. Marcus whispered. See? This is who he really is. I looked at Claire. She looked frightened. I stepped back. Fine. I turned away. Ethan, Claire called. I stopped, but I didn't turn around. I'm done explaining myself. I walked my car. Ryan followed. You almost hit him. I know. That would have destroyed everything. I know. Are you okay? No. I drove home alone. That night, I made my hardest decision. I would stop trying to convince Claire. If she hated me, she hated me. If she never forgave me, I would accept it. But I would expose Marcus. I called Detective James Miller. Detective, I have evidence involving Marcus Reed. Then bring it to me. I'll come tonight. When I arrived, I placed the documents on his desk. What am I looking at? He asked. Transfers, shell companies, hidden accounts, and forged contracts. You collected all this yourself? Yes. Why? Because nobody else believed me. He studied the papers. This could be serious. It is. You understand what happens if these documents are false. I do. Then I need originals. I have backups. Good. Give me everything. I handed him a drive. Protect this. I will. For the first time in months, I felt hope. Then my phone rang. It was Ryan. Ethan, turn on the news. I did. My name appeared across the screen. I froze. Detective Miller called again before I could leave. Ethan, don't say anything to anyone. I need to know what Marcus did. He planted a paper trail. Can you prove it? Not yet. Then find the truth. I will. Ryan called immediately afterward. Please tell me you're safe. Police are coming. What? They framed me. Get out. No. Why? Because running will make me look guilty. You can't let them take you. If I run, Marcus wins faster. Ryan went silent. Listen to me, I said. Protect the backup. Where is it? You know the place. I'll get it. Don't trust anyone. I won't. And Ryan? Yes. If Claire asks what happened, tell her I never stopped protecting her. I will. I ended the call and waited. Then I heard the knock. 3 hard knocks. I whispered, it's time. I took one breath, opened the door, and faced the people waiting outside my home. Without fear. What's happening? They're accusing you of stealing from Bennett Industries. What? False documents were found showing money transferred into your accounts. That isn't possible. I know. Sirens sounded outside my apartment. Ryan whispered, Ethan, get out. I won't run. Police are there. I didn't do anything. The door opened. Ethan Carter? Yes. You're under arrest for financial fraud and theft. I stared at the officers. This is a mistake. Turn around. I slowly raised my hands. As they led me outside, I saw Claire across the street. She stood completely still. Our eyes met. I wanted to scream the truth. I wanted her to believe me. Instead, I saw disappointment in her face. Claire, I whispered. She didn't move. The officer pushed me forward. I looked back once. She was still watching. And in that moment, I understood Marcus's real victory. He hadn't just framed me. He had made Claire believe I was exactly the man he had described. I lowered my head. I had lost everything, but I wasn't finished. Not yet. The cell was cold, but the thought of Claire hurt more than the cold ever could. I sat on the narrow bench and stared at the floor. A guard opened the door. Carter, you have a visitor. Detective Miller entered. Are you all right? I've been better. He sat across from me. I don't believe the charges. I looked up. You don't. Several documents used against you were created after your father's death. My chest tightened. So they're fake. They appear to be. Can you prove it? I'm working on it. Then why am I still here? Because Marcus planned this carefully. I clenched my fists. He knew exactly where to strike. Miller nodded. But he made one mistake. What? He gave me a reason to look deeper. Across town, I would later learn, Claire was beginning to see the same cracks. She found Robert's office locked. Why can't I access Dad's accounts? Marcus answered calmly. I'm protecting the company. You change the passwords. Yes. Without asking me. I didn't have time. Claire stared at him. Everything is happening too quickly. Marcus's voice hardened. You trusted me. Don't ruin that now. She stepped back. Why are you angry? Because you're questioning me after everything I've done. You said you wanted to save my family. I do. Then explain why you control every account. I need control to stop the bleeding. What bleeding? Marcus said nothing. Claire noticed the silence. Marcus, I have work to do. He walked away. That was the first moment Claire began doubting him. Later, Victoria entered the office holding a stack of legal papers. Marcus wants me to sign these. Claire took them. Why? He says they're necessary. For what? I don't know. Claire's face tightened. Then don't sign anything. Meanwhile, Detective Miller returned to my cell. I have someone who wants to speak with you. Who? Lucas Reed. I stared at him. Marcus's brother? Yes. Why would he help me? Because he says Marcus has gone too far. Lucas entered quietly. I don't have much time. I stood. What do you know? Marcus has been draining Bennett Industries through fake companies. How many? At least 6. Where's the proof? I brought a recording. Miller connected the device. Marcus's voice filled the room. Carter's father discovered the transfers. Another voice asked, what about the files? They're gone. And Ethan, he won't stop. My blood ran cold. Then Marcus said something that changed everything. His father's death solved one problem. Ethan is the next. The recording stopped. I stared at Miller. You heard that? Yes. Lucas swallowed. I found a recording before Marcus could find me. Why didn't you come sooner? I was afraid. I understood that fear. Thank you. Lucas looked at me. I'm sorry. For what? For believing my brother. Miller picked up the drive. This changes the case. Then arrest him. I need to secure the evidence first. I shook my head. Don't arrest him yet. Miller frowned. Why? I want the whole truth. You could walk away from this. I won't. Ethan, Marcus may be dangerous. I know, but you still want to continue? Yes. I looked at Lucas. He knows something about my father's death. Lucas nodded. I think so. The next morning, the cell door opened. Carter, you're free to go. I stepped outside. Ryan was waiting. You're out. I nodded. Are you okay? No. You proved your innocence. Not yet. He frowned. What do you mean? Marcus is still hiding something. Before Ryan could answer, I saw Claire. She stood near the entrance, crying. Ryan quietly walked away. Claire approached me. Ethan. I said nothing. She wiped her eyes. Why didn't you tell me? I looked at her for a long moment. Because I was afraid the truth would make you hate me before it could save you. Her lips trembled. I already hated you. I know. I believed everything he said. I know. I accused your father. We didn't know. I should have trusted you. I shook my head. You trusted what you were shown. And you kept hiding things. Yes. Why? Because every time I got close to the truth, I found another reason to protect you. She cried harder. I was so wrong. I don't need you to apologize. Then what do you need? I looked toward the street. I need you to stay away from Marcus. I'm done trusting him. Good. But Ethan, I turned back. I want to know everything. You will. When I can prove every word. She nodded through her tears. I'll wait. I didn't know whether I could forgive her. I didn't know whether she could forgive me. But for the first time, the truth was no longer buried. And Marcus had nowhere left to hide. Before Claire left, she stopped. Ethan, there's something else. What? Marcus asked my mother to sign over voting rights tonight. Don't let her sign. She won't. Good. Keep every document. I will. She looked at me. Are you still fighting for me? I thought about my father's words. I'm fighting for the truth. And if the truth destroys us, then at least we won't build our lives on lies. Claire nodded. I understand. As she walked away, Miller approached. We'll find out what happened to your father. I looked toward Claire. No matter what it costs. Then I followed Ryan into the morning light. Claire sat across from me, holding my father's documents with trembling hands. I don't understand. You don't have to understand everything tonight. But I accused your father of stealing from my family. You believe what Marcus showed you. I should have asked you. Yes. Her eyes filled with tears. Was your father really protecting mine? Yes. I opened the oldest file. Your father's company was nearly destroyed years ago. Someone created fake debts and tried to force him out. My father discovered the plan and stopped it. Claire covered her mouth. Marcus lied about everything. He did. She looked at me. Why didn't you show me this before? Because the original evidence disappeared after my father's death. I needed to find it before Marcus could destroy it. She wiped her tears. I'm sorry, Ethan. I looked away. Your rejection hurt more than you know. I know. No, you don't. I'd spent years loving you. When you walked away, I felt like everything I had protected meant nothing. Claire whispered, I never wanted to hurt you. I know. Then what did you want? I met her eyes. A chance for you to have a future. She started crying again. You were still protecting me after I rejected you. Yes. Why? Because loving you is never a contract. I didn't save you because I expected you to love me. She reached for my hand. Can you forgive me? I can forgive you. Can we start again? I slowly pulled my hand back. Not yet. Her expression fell. I need to choose myself this time. Understand. I spent too long sacrificing everything for people I loved. I can't lose myself again. She nodded. I'll wait. Don't wait for me. Build your own life. Before she left, she gave me the documents. Then let's finish this. I called Detective Miller. Claire is giving you access to Marcus's private records. That could be enough to complete the case. Then move quickly. I am. Miller arrived within an hour. Claire unlocked Marcus's private accounts and handed over the records. Miller scanned them. He's been moving company money for months. How much? Enough to disappear. Where? Several transfers lead to accounts connected to an international travel agency. I frowned. He's leaving. Miller immediately called his team. Find Marcus Reed. Check every airport and border crossing. I looked at Claire. Stay somewhere safe. I will. Then my phone rang. Lucas. I answered. Lucas. No response. Lucas, speak to me. A man's voice came through. You've been busy. My blood turned cold. Marcus. You took everything from me. You did this to yourself. Maybe. Where is Lucas? I heard Lucas breathe heavily. Then Marcus said, "Your brother is alive." My hands tightened around the phone. What do you want? You know what I want. Let him go. Come alone. Where? You'll receive the location. I looked at Miller. He immediately understood. Don't go, he warned. Marcus continued. If you bring the police, Lucas dies. I swallowed hard. You said he was alive. He is. A message appeared on my screen. An address. Then another message followed. If you want your brother alive, come alone. The call ended. Claire stared at me. What happened? I showed her the screen. Her face went pale. Lucas. I nodded. Miller stood. Ethan, this is exactly what Marcus wants. I know. He's desperate. I know. And desperate men make mistakes. I looked at the address. I won't let him hurt Lucas. Miller grabbed my shoulder. You're not going alone. Then we make him think I am. I looked at Claire. Stay here. She shook her head. No more secrets. I stared at her. I'll tell you everything when this ends. She whispered, then come back alive. I nodded. For once, I intend to. Miller checked the records again. There is something here, he said. What? A transfer made yesterday. Marcus moved money. So he panicked. Exactly. We can use that. Can you trace it? I already sent a request. For the first time, he is afraid. Miller nodded. That fear may be our advantage. Whatever happens next, remember this. I never wanted revenge against you. She answered softly, I know now. I don't understand, Claire whispered. Marcus told me your father destroyed my family. I know what Marcus told you. Then why didn't you tell me the truth? Because every time I tried, you believed I was manipulating you. Claire looked down at the papers in her trembling hands. These are originals. My father kept them locked away. Read the signatures. I watched her turn each page. This agreement says your father stopped the bank from taking control of Bennett Industries. Yes. And this letter says he paid the emergency debt himself. Yes. Claire's eyes filled with tears. Why would he do that? Because Robert Bennett was his friend. Your father was about to lose everything, and mine stepped in. Marcus said your father stole money from us. Marcus lied. She covered her mouth. I accused you of protecting a thief. You accused me of being one. I'm sorry. I swallowed hard. You don't know how much your rejection hurt. Claire lifted her eyes. I thought you wanted me to love you because you saved my family. I never wanted your love as payment. Then what did you want? I took a slow breath. A chance for you to have a future. A future without you. A future without Marcus controlling you. A future where your family survives. A future where you can choose your own life. She started crying. You were fighting for me even after I rejected you. I was fighting because I couldn't watch you lose everything. Claire stepped closer. Then take me back. I shook my head. Her tears stopped. Why? Because I spent too long sacrificing myself for everyone else. I lost my peace, my trust, and almost my entire life. I can forgive you, Claire, but I won't immediately return to the life that broke me. She nodded slowly. You're choosing yourself. For the first time, my phone rang. Detective Miller's voice was sharp. Marcus is trying to flee the country. We found evidence he stole company funds. Can you stop him? We're working on it. Claire's access to his private records could finish the case. Claire wiped her face. I'll give you everything. Within minutes, she opened Marcus's encrypted files and handed Miller the records. Transfers, secret accounts, false contracts, everything was there. Then Miller called again. Marcus discovered Lucas helped us. My stomach tightened. Where's my brother? We lost contact with him. I stood so quickly my chair struck the floor. Lucas knew the risk, I said, forcing my voice steady. He helped expose Marcus because he believed the truth mattered. Claire shook her head. That doesn't make this your fault. It feels like it is. It isn't. I looked at her. I spent years believing I had to carry everyone. And now I'm terrified that if I don't carry Lucas, nobody will. Claire squeezed my hand. Then let Detective Miller carry part of it. Let me carry part of it too. I wanted to believe her. I really did. But the message burned inside my mind. Marcus had taken my brother because he knew exactly where my weakness lived. I whispered, if I go, I may not come back. Claire's eyes hardened. Then come back alive anyway. Before I could answer, my phone buzzed. Unknown number. I opened the message. If you want your brother alive, come alone. My blood went cold. Claire read my face. What did he say? I showed her the screen. Her voice broke. He has Lucas. I know. Don't go alone. No. You protected me when I didn't deserve it. Let me protect you now. I stared at her, torn between anger and fear. My phone buzzed again. 1 hour. Come alone. No police. I closed my eyes. For the first time, choosing myself had meant walking away. Now, someone I loved was being used to drag me back into the fire. I opened my eyes and whispered, Marcus wants me alone. Claire answered, then we make sure he regrets asking. I stared at the message on my phone. Come alone if you want Lucas alive. Ryan leaned over my shoulder. Marcus. Has to be. Detective Miller shook his head. You're not going alone. That's exactly what he expects me to do. Ryan frowned. And you think it helps us? I think Marcus believes anger makes me predictable. So let him believe it. Miller studied me for a moment. We traced the message first. Do it. 3 minutes later, Miller pointed at his screen. Abandoned warehouse on River Street. Ryan grabbed his jacket. Then we move. I nodded. But I enter first. Miller immediately objected. Absolutely not. If Marcus sees police before I enter, Lucas could die. He could kill you too. I know. Ryan stepped closer. Then at least with a transmitter. I will. Meet aside. You walk in pretending you're alone. We stay close enough to hear everything. Agreed. The warehouse looked dead when I arrived. I pushed the door open and called, Marcus. A voice answered from the darkness. Right on time. I stepped inside. Where's Lucas? Still worried about everyone except yourself? Show me him. A light flickered on. Lucas sat tied to a chair, bruised but conscious. Lucas. He lifted his head. Don't give him anything. Marcus appeared behind him, holding a gun against his head. You brought the evidence? I kept my voice steady. Let him go first. You don't negotiate with me. I do when you need something from me. Marcus laughed. You always thought you were smarter than me. No, I thought you were desperate. His smile vanished. Give me the evidence. Why? Because everything you have can destroy me. You destroyed yourself. Marcus pressed the gun harder against Lucas. People like me deserve power. I stared at him. Power? You kidnapped Lucas, threatened Claire, and ruined lives. I did what I had to do. No, you did what you wanted. He stepped closer. You had everything handed to you. Claire trusted you before I ever entered her life. Her father respected you. People listened when you spoke. I had to fight for every scrap of respect. So you hated me. I envied you. The confession hit harder than I expected. Marcus continued. I wanted Claire. I wanted her father's company. I wanted the respect you believed belonged to you. I shook my head. You never loved her. His eyes narrowed. You loved what she represented. Marcus suddenly lunged at me. I barely moved before his fist struck my shoulder. I stumbled backward, then heard Miller shout from the entrance. Police! Drop the weapon! Marcus spun toward the door. Everything erupted. Miller's team rushed inside. Marcus fired once into the ceiling and ran. I grabbed Lucas's chair and pulled it away from the chaos. Lucas, stay down. I'm trying. I cut his restraints. Can you walk? Yes. Then go. Now. Lucas ran toward the rear exit. Marcus tackled one officer and fought like a cornered animal. Marcus! Miller shouted. Stop resisting. Marcus screamed. You don't understand. I watched 2 officers drag him down. He kept struggling until handcuffs finally locked around his wrists. Then his eyes found Claire. She had arrived with Ryan. Claire, Marcus pleaded. Please believe me. I never meant to hurt you. Claire stood silently. I did everything because I loved you. She shook her head. You loved your dream of me. Claire, please. She turned away. Marcus's face collapsed. As officers dragged him outside, I felt no victory, only exhaustion. Claire approached me slowly. Are you okay? I will be. She looked down. Can we start again? I stared at her. After everything, after the lies, the fear, and the pain, I want to say yes. But my heart wouldn't let me. I don't know, Claire. Her eyes filled with tears. I understand. I took a breath. I need time. She looked at me. Do you still love me? I swallowed. That's the problem. I do. Then why can't we go back? Because I'm not the same man who trusted you. I know. Let me become worthy of your future. Her words stayed with me. I can't promise anything tonight. I'm not asking for a promise. What are you asking for? One chance to prove I can choose you. I looked at her. Then start by giving me space. She nodded. I will. And Claire? Yes. Thank you for telling. She whispered, I'm sorry. I know. She nodded. So do I. For the first time that night, I felt the pressure inside my chest loosen. Marcus was finished, but my battle was not. I walked beside Claire toward the open doors, uncertain whether we were walking toward each other or away from each other. Either way, I knew one thing. I would never run from my own truth again. Marcus's trial began 3 weeks later, and I sat in the courtroom listening as the truth finally became public. You stole millions, the prosecutor said. You threatened witnesses, manipulated evidence, and used Claire's company to hide your crimes. Marcus stared straight ahead. I expected satisfaction. Instead, I felt nothing. Outside the courtroom, Robert approached me. It's over, he said. Is it? The stolen money has been recovered. The company survives. I nodded. That should make me happy. You don't look happy. I thought winning would feel different. Robert placed a hand on my shoulder. Your father once told me something I never forgot. I looked at him. What? He said money can repair a company, but only character can repair a man. I swallowed. What else did he say? He said you were the kind of son who would rather lose everything than become dishonest. Victoria walked toward us. I owe you an apology. I turned toward her. For what? For judging you. I believed Marcus because his lies sounded convincing. You weren't the only one. She lowered her eyes. I should have trusted you. I wish I had trusted myself sooner. She nodded. I'm sorry. Thank you. That evening, I returned to my apartment and found another message from Claire. Can we talk? I stared at the screen for almost a minute. Then I typed, tomorrow. She replied immediately. Thank you. The next morning, she waited outside my office. You didn't have to come here, I said. I know. Then why did you? Because every message felt too small. I looked away. She whispered, I still love you. My chest tightened. I still love you too. Her eyes filled with hope. But love alone cannot erase everything that happened. I know. I was wrong. She lowered her head. I know. I answered. But I was wrong too. I spent years protecting you without respecting your right to know the truth. She looked at me. You thought protecting me was love. I did. And now I understand that love without trust becomes another kind of prison. Claire wiped her tears. So what happens to us? I don't know. We can't go back. No. But could we start over? I considered her question. Starting over would mean becoming different people. Maybe we already are. Her words stayed with me long after she left. That night, Sophia found me sitting alone at the cafe. You're still thinking about Claire, she said. I'm thinking about everything. That's your problem. I raised an eyebrow. You live inside the past and call it thinking. I don't know how to leave it. Then stop asking the past for permission. I laughed quietly. That sounds simple. It isn't. But neither is staying broken. I'm afraid I'll regret leaving. You might. And if I stay, you might regret that too. I looked at my phone. I got an offer today. From where? Another city. A new position. Do you want it? Yes. Then take it. I stared through the window. I think I need something that belongs only to me. Sophia smiled. Then build it. 2 days later, I accepted the position. When I told Claire, she was silent. So you're leaving? She said. Yes. For how long? I don't know. She took a slow breath. I could ask you to stay. I know. I could remind you how much we shared. I know. But I won't. I looked at her, surprised. She smiled sadly. If loving you means letting you heal, then I'll let you go. My throat tightened. Claire, I finally understand something. Loving someone doesn't mean owning their future. I nodded. You've changed. So have you. I hope so. She stepped closer. Promise me one thing. What? Don't become bitter. I won't. Don't let Marcus decide who you become. I won't. And don't punish yourself for loving me. I looked into her eyes. I'll try. She smiled. That's enough. The next morning, I boarded the train with one suitcase and no promises. For the first time, I wasn't running from Marcus, Claire, my father, or my past. I was choosing myself. Maybe Claire and I would meet again. Maybe we wouldn't. For once, I could accept either answer. I looked through the window as the city disappeared behind me. I had lost the life I thought I wanted. But ahead of me was something better. A life that finally belonged to me. Marcus's trial began 3 weeks later, and I sat in the courtroom listening as the truth finally became public. You stole millions, the prosecutor said. You threatened witnesses, manipulated evidence, and used Claire's company to hide your crimes. Marcus stared straight ahead. I expected satisfaction. Instead, I felt nothing. Outside the courtroom, Robert approached me. It's over, he said. Is it? The stolen money has been recovered. The company survives. I nodded. That should make me happy. You don't look happy. I thought winning would feel different. Robert placed a hand on my shoulder. Your father once told me something I never forgot. I looked at him. What? He said money can repair a company, but only character can repair a man. I swallowed. What else did he say? He said you were the kind of son who would rather lose everything than become dishonest. Victoria walked toward us. I owe you an apology. I turned toward her. For what? For judging you. I believed Marcus because his lies sounded convincing. You weren't the only one. She lowered her eyes. I should have trusted you. I wish I had trusted myself sooner. She nodded. I'm sorry. Thank you. That evening, I returned to my apartment and found another message from Claire. Can we talk? I stared at the screen for almost a minute. Then I typed, tomorrow. She replied immediately. Thank you. The next morning, she waited outside my office. You didn't have to come here, I said. I know. Then why did you? Because every message felt too small. I looked away. She whispered, I still love you. My chest tightened. I still love you too. Her eyes filled with hope. But love alone cannot erase everything that happened. I know. I was wrong. She lowered her head. I know. I answered. But I was wrong too. I spent years protecting you without respecting your right to know the truth. She looked at me. You thought protecting me was love. I did. And now I understand that love without trust becomes another kind of prison. Claire wiped her tears. So what happens to us? I don't know. We can't go back. No. But could we start over? I considered her question. Starting over would mean becoming different people. Maybe we already are. Her words stayed with me long after she left. That night, Sophia found me sitting alone at the cafe. You're still thinking about Claire, she said. I'm thinking about everything. That's your problem. I raised an eyebrow. You live inside the past and call it thinking. I don't know how to leave it. Then stop asking the past for permission. I laughed quietly. That sounds simple. It isn't. But neither is staying broken. I'm afraid I'll regret leaving. You might. And if I stay, you might regret that too. I looked at my phone. I got an offer today. From where? Another city. A new position. Do you want it? Yes. Then take it. I stared through the window. I think I need something that belongs only to me. Sophia smiled. Then build it. 2 days later, I accepted the position. When I told Claire, she was silent. So you're leaving? She said. Yes. For how long? I don't know. She took a slow breath. I could ask you to stay. I know. I could remind you how much we shared. I know. But I won't. I looked at her, surprised. She smiled sadly. If loving you means letting you heal, then I'll let you go. My throat tightened. Claire, I finally understand something. Loving someone doesn't mean owning their future. I nodded. You've changed. So have you. I hope so. She stepped closer. Promise me one thing. What? Don't become bitter. I won't. Don't let Marcus decide who you become. I won't. And don't punish yourself for loving me. I looked into her eyes. I'll try. She smiled. That's enough. The next morning, I boarded the train with one suitcase and no promises. For the first time, I wasn't running from Marcus, Claire, my father, or my past. I was choosing myself. Maybe Claire and I would meet again. Maybe we wouldn't. For once, I could accept either answer. I looked through the window as the city disappeared behind me. I had lost the life I thought I wanted. But ahead of me was something better. A life that finally belonged to me.